Hi folks, and welcome to Sydney Kingsford Airport. Now today we are off to Singapore and we are flying with British Airways in their Premium Economy cabin, otherwise known as World Traveller Plus. Now you don't get lounge access, hence why I'm sat here in a cafe, but you do get priority check-in as well, so you get your own dedicated lane for that. You don't get fast-track security with it, but security wasn't too busy. It took us about 5 to 10 minutes to get through, which was fine. You do get 2 times 23 kilo hold baggage as well, which is great if you need to take a lot of baggage with you. The premium economy is one of those that I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because it's something that I think is at a price point that most of us wouldn't probably mind spending that little bit extra if we got something good at the end of it. You know, it's not as expensive as business class. It's a little bit more than premium economy. And you should get extra legroom and a better service as well. So we'll find out on board. So come on, let's get on board and see what it's like.
Okay, so on board now, folks. I chose seat 34K, which was a window seat. Pre-booking a seat in premium economy costs £40, and I think it's worthwhile, because if you want a certain seat, now I've opted, like I said, for 34K, which is the last row of premium economy, and it does recline all the way, so it means, you know, I can recline at any point and I don't have to worry about the people behind. So, pre-departure in premium economy, we got a choice of orange juice, champagne or water. I went for orange juice as I had champagne on the business class flight, and just decided for something a bit different. You also get a lovely menu that comes around with choice of main course on there for your meal. Starter and dessert are set though, and on the back you have got a bar menu as well if you want to choose a drink of some sort. So on departure we had a great view of Sydney on the right hand side of the plane into the distance. As you can see the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. As for premium economy, well, first impressions are really good actually. So on the seat you get a pillow and a blanket, and you should get an amenity kit, which I think they might either come round with or you have to request. It's an 8-hour flight today to Singapore. I don't plan on needing an amenity kit, but it would be nice to have, as it is something you are offered. So, space in premium economy, well, you get 7 inches extra leg room over economy, and you can really tell. I mean, it feels like you have so much room here. You know, not only that, but the seat it's only, so it's 1.4 inches wider than the economy seat, but it feels a lot bigger, and that could be because I'm sat in the 2 at the side. But all in all, it does feel like you have so much more space. And premium economy is one of those that you could realistically afford to fly it if you're just on an average salary. So I think it's a great little option, especially on a say a medium haul or even just a long haul flight. If it's a day flight and you don't need to sleep and you want to give it a go and you can't afford business. So you have a footrest at the seat as well. You have a lumbar support as well that can come up with the release of a button in the armrest, and obviously the other button in the armrest does your back support where you can recline. Entertainment on board is through a 12-inch flat screen in the seat in front. It is touchscreen as well, and as always it works reasonably well. No problems with the touchscreen aspect of it. It's the same footage that you might have seen in the club suite, so it's got all the same programs as it had when we flew in the club suite on it. Personally, I think it's a bit limited, but that's just my preference in entertainment. Probably isn't on there. There is Paramount Plus, so if you like anything on Paramount Plus, you can watch any series on there, which is fantastic. In Premium Economy, you also get a little cocktail tray between you and the person sat next to you, which is nice if you just want to pop your drink on there without taking out the table. The table is stored in the armrest and it comes out of there. It does not drop down from the seat in front of you. So overall, first impressions of Premium Economy, well, great service. Pre-departure drink that makes you feel that little bit better than economy. A little menu as well, which is fantastic. So at least you can see what you're getting for lunch, and you've got a choice of main course, which is good as well. As I said, it just gives you that little extra premium feeling. The pillow and blanket felt good and soft. The blanket especially felt better than the one you get in economy. The pillow is a bit the same, really. You do get noise cancelling headphones as well. Now, I've got my own, so I'm going to use those, but they are an option if you don't have them. As I said, space on board actually feels really spacious. I'm actually surprised. And I was excited for this flight because you can't fly business class all the time. Like, I paid with points for that. I paid with points for this, to be fair. But it's a more achievable goal to fly premium economy. And the amount of room you get is surprising. So it'll be interesting to see if the rest of the flight lives up to it. We'll see how it goes as we go along.
Just to clarify, the amenity kit was included and it was in the same bag as the noise cancelling headphones. Now, within the amenity kit, you do get an eye mask, some socks, lip balm, toothbrush, a pen, and a little welcome card as well.
Okay folks, so about 45 minutes after takeoff, we were offered a beverage of any kind and some pretzels, which you might have seen on other flights because BA are quite fond of those pretzels. I've had them a number of times, and they were nice, just the usual. So we have just had the meal service and it came about 2 hours into this 8-hour flight. I must admit I was pretty hungry by the time we got it, so it was nice to get it. I went for the braised beef, and like most meals on board aeroplanes, it was nice. It was all right. You know, I ate it all. It did the job, but nothing to really write home about. But you are at 34,000 feet, so it is preheated in like a microwave oven kind of thing, so it's never going to be the best meal in the world, but it was nice, and it did the job. Dessert was nice as well. So I'm going to get back and watch some films, I think, now, and a rest. We should get a little light snack before landing in Singapore, so we will see what that is like when it comes round. Okay folks, so I have just woken up from about an hour and a half nap that I managed to get here, and we've just had the second meal service, which is just a light snack, and it was a chicken and leek calzone, which was very nice as well, you know, just standard airline food really, and a cup of tea. I had a cup of tea with it as well, even though Sydney time is 10 past 11 at the moment. So folks, what's the verdict on British Airways Premium Economy? Well, it's actually surprised me in a good way. So start off with the pre-departure drink and the little menu that comes round, which just makes it feel a little bit more premium than economy, which is what it's meant to do. The seat itself is great. You feel like you have a lot more space than you you do in economy. A lot more leg room, a lot more recline in the seat, and it does feel a lot wider. I definitely recommend pre-booking your seat and getting one of the two in the window seat areas, so not in the middle but in the sides. And I definitely recommend going for the back row, because you can then have your seat reclined all the way at any point of the flight, and you don't have to worry about annoying the person behind, and also you don't have to worry about them pulling back on your seat at any point or nudging it or anything. So it's just a lot more relaxing. So definitely, if you've got a choice, if you're flying premium economy, pick the last row premium economy. The seat reclines all the way, you get all the same space, just without the hassle though. TV wise, the screen is good, works as it would do. It's a bit bigger than economy, being 12 inches and not the standard 10. I think if the price is right, definitely, if you're thinking about flying economy, and you think, oh, we might treat ourselves to premium economy, and like I said, the price is right, then definitely go for it. It is a step up. The extra room is fantastic, and you definitely notice it. If it's really expensive though, and is bordering almost on the business class price, which I have seen before now, then I'd probably just pay the extra and go in business class if you can. But it is definitely worth it to fly premium economy if you can afford it, and you're going on a long haul flight. It's definitely made this 8-hour flight a lot nicer, having that extra space, and also be sitting at the sides as well, where there's only 2 seats. As I said, the recline is excellent, the leg room is fantastic, and it's a win really. And that great service today from British Airways, which you can't always say. The seat works fine, everything seems to work. So yeah, go for it if you can afford it. Definitely do it. I know I'll probably be doing it again on a daytime flight. I still think nighttime, if you can afford business class with the flatbed, then that is probably definitely worth it. But if it's a daytime flight and you're doing something like 8 hours, then the extra space is fantastic and definitely helps the flight time pass. As always folks, please feel free to comment on the video, ask me any questions, please like the video, please subscribe as well, it's free for you to do. And as always, we will see you on the next one, and happy travels folks. Bye bye.